to have our host Mark from Clipper joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
It's really amazing party. Mark, can you start by telling us about Clipper?
Sure. So Clipper is a decentralized exchange. We're built on Ethereum, and we have the best prices for small trades. We're laser focused on building just for small traders. So trades between $0 and $10,000. If you come to Clipper, you'll get the best prices here, better prices in Uniswap, and best in DeFi. We have very bad prices for large trades, but that's okay because we're focused on small trades.
Yeah, that's a great focus and great pitch. You guys also went through with DeFi Alliance. Can you tell us the story?
Yeah, so we went through the DeFi Alliance Accelerator. They're great partners. They invested in us. They really have brought everyone in the space together, whether it's market makers or investors or liquidity providers or projects, and are really sharing knowledge and best practices. Added a lot of value. I was really happy to go through it, and they're co-hosting today with us.
Yeah, totally. I love Wan
fans.
Chao and Jacob.
Yeah.
What was your personal journey getting into the blockchain space and now leading to Clipper?
So I got into blockchain in 2018. I started an NFT protocol, and we did an ICO. And I've been in blockchain since then. About a year ago, I have a friend from college at Harvard, Abe. We were classmates. And after school, he did his PhD in computer science and wrote his dissertation on automated market making, which is the technology behind DEXs. So we decided that we would start a company together and build DEXs that are focused on specific user types.
That's really great.
And so that's how Abe and I decided to start Shipyard Software and build our first DEX, Clipper, for retail traders.
That really makes sense. Bring the best research to production.
Yes.
That's the best story to tell.
Yeah.
So you also focus on the retail investors. Other than the AMM, do you have to figure out lots of the onboarding with the fiats, with also small payment transfer? There are probably a lot of education and onboarding too.
There's a lot of education. So we don't deal with the fiat on-ramp. We're only crypto to crypto exchanges.
Right.
But especially for retail traders, it's important to educate the community and help everyone understand how to trade, how to think about different cryptos. And so that's a big part of what our community is helping the people who use our product, not just providing the product. And so we try to do a lot of engagement and education for them too. Both whether they're using us on Ethereum or in the future on other layer 2s or on other layer 1s, one-day Harmony.
Yeah. So you guys have been doing research, but also understand the AMM space for so long. What can you expect the next 6 months roadmap for the whole ecosystem?
So Ethereum is great. Gas can be and transaction costs can be very expensive. We're planning on expanding to other layer 2s and going multi-chain. So I think by the end of the year we'll be on a lot of different venues.
But what about the features for the traders, and what will be the features in terms of your product that the users can look forward to?
I think the number one thing to look forward to is really what we already provide, which is best prices. And we just want to bring that to as many chains as possible. From there, I think we're going to start thinking about what other DEXs could be valuable to various types of users. Possibly cross-chain, a lot of different areas of innovation. But right now, we just want to deliver Clipper to as many people as possible.
I love that pitch. Best prices, just like Amazon, right?
Best
it always
prices.
Works.
Everyone likes best prices.
What's the secret sauce?
It's a good question. So the trick is, there's a lot of these decentralized exchanges, and they try to get as much liquidity as possible. And they try to get as much liquidity as possible. They have billions of dollars in liquidity because that decreases slippage. It gives better prices on large trades. But if you have a small trade, more liquidity doesn't help you that much. But you have to pay higher fees to the exchange to get all that liquidity. And so what we do is we cap liquidity. We don't let more liquidity. In fact, we're capped at $20 million. What that lets us do is drop fees dramatically. Of course, because there's local liquidity, it's a terrible place to make large trades.
Yeah.
Prices are terrible.
Right.
But small trades,
Really?
they benefit more from the drop of fees than they do from the marginally, worse slippage, and the result is better prices.
Wow.
And so over the last, 2 or 3 months since we've launched,
Yeah.
we've gotten more trades routed to us from DEX aggregators like 1inch
Yeah.
than Uniswap
Really?
for trades under 10K.
Wow.
And that's a big reason why there's been a lot of uptake in the community. And so really it comes down to disciplined design.
Yeah.
Who are you building for?
Yeah.
What are your trade-offs?
Yeah.
And focus on the person you're building for.
I like that.
Which is how we get to where we're
I really like
at.
the clarity of the value proposition you guys have.
Thank you.
Congrats again. Thank you again, Mark, for
Appreciate
hosting
it.
us.
Thanks for coming.